Right off the top, I'm just gonna say that this phone is probably the best small iPhone that you can buy for forever. Like for your Apple might discontinue the mini variant on the 14 lineup, so if you want a phone that can fit in your front pocket, this is your last chance. I've used the iPhone 12 mini as my daily driver in 2020 and have to say this is my favorite smartphone that I ever used. The practical sizing and the minimalistic approach of this phone actually made me use a smartphone like how it meant to be. A device that will help you and not make you watch media all day long and become a distraction. And this year is the same, and it made me very productive. The 5.4-inch display with a tiny form factor of this phone is really practical, and it doesn't feel like an iPad macro in your pocket. The matte finish bezel of this phone is awesome. No matter how much I touch this phone, it will not attract any type of fingerprints. However, the glossy back is attracting so many fingerprints that at this point is like kind of ridiculous. Also, this phone is extremely light, like super light. I use this phone all day long and my hand won't be like tired at all. And this is slightly thicker and heavier than the 12 mini, but you wouldn't notice it. The screen itself is phenomenal. 467 ppi, which makes this phone the most pixel dense iPhone of all the 13 lineups. The top brightness is 800 nits and it's not bad at all. I can totally see the screen outdoors and I hadn't any problem. However, the mini and the normal 13 does not have 120Hz ProMotion display, but you kind of have to compromise it because Apple is offering us a great spec phone with a great price tag, so you know, it's like, it's not bad. Like, you can compromise it. It's you Gucci. I personally don't have any issue watching videos, scrolling through social media, reading articles with this phone, and I think people are getting used to bigger phone every single year, and they totally forgot that we used to use iPhone 5, iPhone 4, or even iPhone 3G, and that was totally fine for us. Oh yeah, I'll call you later. Alright, bye-bye. Bro! What, bro? Is that the new iPhone 17? Yes, indeed, it's a new 17, bro. Yeah,
It's super big, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan.
The camera on 13 mini is just astonishingly great. The wide camera uses the same camera from last year's iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is an f1.6 lens with a 47% bigger sensor. The image quality is sharper and has less noises. You will see a sharper image with more blur in the background when you're shooting photos and videos. Also, the sensor shift OIS is useful for low light videos and photos, but if you use it under the daylight, you wouldn't see any type of difference from the previous model. The ultra wide camera has the 13mm equivalent f2.4 lens, and I totally love it. The 13mm is actually very hard and expensive to purchase on any type of cameras. However, the fact that you can just shoot on this small ass phone is pretty mind-blowing. The selfie camera is exactly the same as last year, but I'm not complaining at all. The selfie camera on the iPhone is the best selfie camera of any smartphone that I've seen. So yeah, selfie camera is fantastic.
The front camera is honestly the best thing I ever seen on any smartphone, and yeah, iPhone's front camera is just so awesome, man.
It's crazy how the cheapest and the smallest iPhone has the same camera specs from the biggest and the most expensive iPhone from last year without the telephoto lens, but I can totally compromise that. It's totally fine. The camera is really good. The cinematic mode is cool but not practical in my usage, and it does drains the battery life. It's kind of suck that you can't change the setting of a frame rate nor the resolution. It's capped at 1080 30 frames per second, but I guess that is okay. However, it's really cool that you can adjust the focus and the amount of blur after you shot the footages on the phone. The new photographic style on the 13 lineup is actually great. I like how Apple went full savage on this and copying, implementing other brands, you know, photo images. I won't say which style is which brand, but you get my point. Pixel, Samsung. If you guys liking this video right now, please hit the like button and sub button so YouTube Senpai will notice me and bless me with the algorithm, and I really want to get noticed by YouTube Senpai. The only downside that I felt about the 12 mini was the battery life. I just needed that like, you know, like the little oomph to it. And yeah, the 13 mini actually did that, and I'm very happy. I know a lot of you guys are concerned about the battery life of the minis, especially from my previous 13 mini real day in the life review video. I only could hit 3 hours of screen on time. Total battery life of this phone is at 7%, and the screen on time is 3 hours and 23 minutes. However, in that video, I played video games, took some photos and videos, and listened to podcasts and music all day long, and I used some CPU intensive workflows such as cinematic mode. If you use this phone casually, not going full ape shit, you can totally use this phone for around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, and I can totally use this phone without a mobile battery throughout the day. For example, I played a live streaming video of everyone's favorite lo-fi hip-hop girl for a straight 9 hours, and the phone still remained 29% of battery life with hitting 9 hours of screen on time. Yeah, the battery life is totally fine on this. Measuring the true battery life just from screen on time is pretty ambiguous and obscure, so I do highly suggest you guys to check out my real day in the life review. But trust me on this, the 13 mini does have better battery life than the 12 mini, and if you're thinking about which one to get, I do highly suggest 13 mini just from the camera and the better battery life. The A15 Bionic chip on the normal 13 and 13 mini does have 6-core CPU and 4-core GPU instead of 5-core GPU of the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max, but it's totally fine. You can play almost any game on max setting, and overall performance is just fantastic. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button, and if you guys like this like very optimistic type of tech video, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll leave till my real day in life review videos and my most recent video and my channel right here. Anyway guys, I hope you guys have a great day. My name is Peace Kids, and you guys already know. Peace out guys.